What is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be trying out 100 overall Russell Westbrook and seeing if he's any good, honestly. I mean, at the end of the day, I think this card is capped in terms of how good he can really be. It's understandable, right? He's 6'3". He's only going to be so good at this point in the year, but at least this Russ card looks like a more fun Russ than what the last couple have been. Like the Dark Matter Russ should add a changed jumper and improved animations. He stunk as is, and like it just kind of is what it is at this point in the year, right? Small point guards aren't gonna be great, but do your best to make them as good as they can be, and I think this Russ is a lot closer to that, so that's a good thing. That being said, before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Let's see what this Russ card can do. 6'3", 99 stats, of course, across the board. Couple 98s here and there, but that does not matter at all. He's got 31 Hoff badges. Only badges that are not on Hall of Fame are Rise Up, Area Wizard, Slippery Off Ball, Bailout, Break Starter, Post Powerhouse, Post Up, Poet Hook Specialist, and Post Fade Phenom. I will say Russell Westbrook from the Thunder absolutely had Hall of Fame Bailout. I just want to say that. But not that badge really matters that much. I'm not particularly concerned that they didn't give it to him. I just kind of personally think he deserves it. That being said, Trey behind the back, good hezzy, good escape. He's got Steph escape, he's got Francis size up, and he's got Garland dribble style as well. Tatum drag back ain't quite as good as Levine, but I like it more than Harden. I honestly think it's fine. I don't mind that drag back. The animations absolutely are good enough for this card to be an extremely elite shot creator and a fun card to use. He's got his own cross. I think it's not De'Aaron Fox, so like that's okay, not that big of a deal either. I mean, if you're not gonna have the best animations, I think those are the areas I'd want them to be a little bit more mid, is the crossover and the drag back. Like I can work with just not the best sigs there, you know what I mean? I have the best sigs everywhere else, and again, he's only 6'3", but he's gonna do enough. The jumper is the exact same as Jokic and Richard Jefferson have, that Muscala base Oscar upper, which also means he's got Oscar upper on his Pro 2, which I would say is fine. It's not as good as Sexton, but it's good, you know what I mean? Smooth jumper, great sigs, great fade. Obviously it's Russ, he's always gonna have nasty dunk animations. Every card does pretty much at this point in the year, but Russ is of course included in that. And you know what, for what he is a fun, solid card. If you are a Russ fan, this is a pretty affordable, very solid Russ card to use. So that's always a W, you know what I mean? For my Russ fans out there who want to use a Russell Westbrook card, he is a fun, good card, and that is, at the end of the day, all you can really ask for with a card like Russell Westbrook. So with that being said, without further ado, let's hop into a game. Let's see what Russ can do. Alrighty, hopping into this game, let's see what we can do. I feel like this camera angle is a little weird. This court also looks a little weird for some reason, but it will make it work. Wemby going downhill first possession, I kind of just had to go up and take the dunk with him, because why not? When I get the chance to use 100 overall Wemby, I got to take advantage. Card is very fun to use. So with that being said, let's hop into this game. Our opponent's got Invincible Shea, who's obviously a very good card, but at least he's not completely gigantic. Like Russ can at least kind of compete. Now he didn't really get a contest there, but that's okay. I'm not that concerned about it. At the end of the day, look, I'm not looking at this card from a super competitive viewpoint. At least I'm trying not to. Try to look at him from a fun viewpoint, you know what I mean? And I can't pass it back out to him apparently because Paul George just dropped the ball. That's wide open. That's great. Good shot. Good shot by my opponent. I'm not going to be able to really get contests. That's probably the honestly most annoying thing about short players this year, is the way they get shot over. I don't even think I'm like, I mean, defensively, there are obviously issues with them getting like mashed and stuff at times, but the biggest thing that really feels like it is the biggest problem with a short player is that they just get shot over. It's hard to get a contest with a short player, even for like a 6'3" versus 6'6". Shea has a really fast jumper, and therefore I'm gonna have a tough time getting a contest on him. And then obviously you have the inside finishing issues as well, like right there where he's just able to just basically go up, even though I'm right in front of him, have it walled up. You would never go up with a 6'6" point guard guarding you there against Shea, but a 6'3" one like Russ, you do it with confidence because you're going to get probably in all likelihood a good animation and going to get less contested and all that type of stuff. It's going to be easier to hit the shot, you know what I mean? That's all, and that's fine. But good defense here, get through, try to play as best you can. Just do the best I can to get some sort of a contest, and open is better than nothing, and we'll live from there. Burst downhill, chill, back it out. Let's go Francis here, see if we can. Okay, I'm trying to Francis, not Curry escape. Let me just Francis and burst. There we go. That's what I wanted. Let me get an angle. Let me get to that rim and let Russ get on that rim. That's what he does best. Nice downhill drive. Russ getting himself a slam, and we got ourselves a 8-5 lead right now. Russ looking good so far, man. A couple of buckets. Really nice dunk right there. Gets himself a bucket, and unfortunately, that's a foul right there. Wouldn't say that was atrocious defense. He basically went up straight out of 7-4 guys. So I don't know if I would recommend that. Just because it worked doesn't mean it was a great decision. But you know what? We're gonna have a 1-point lead still. So I'm not that concerned. This is kind of my biggest thing. Like, for example, this is what Invincible Rush should have been. I mean, Invincible D-Rose should have been. Like, these cards should be as good as they can be of their own versions at the end of the year. You know what I mean? And I'm of the opinion that cards like Russ, D-Rose, Steph, Damian Lillard, Allen Iverson, etc., short PGs, fun PGs, should be given better SIGs and better animations earlier in the year than top tier cards are, or than like taller cards, I should say, more than anything else. Because like a guy like Russ, he may not be an elite shooter early in my team. I'm not saying he should be, but give him a souped card, make him okay at shooting, and give him like a lot of shot creation. So he feels explosive. He feels fast. He feels like an amazing driver. Now, to be fair, his diamond was the best point guard in the game in season 1. So I'll give them that. Like, Russ was actually the best PG in the game early in the year this year. So he was the exception to that. But a lot of short PGs this year felt a bit unviable pretty early in the year just because they didn't have good animations and they were short. These short PGs should be getting good animations earlier in the year. Like, for example, Dark Matter Russ. He wasn't going to be elite if he had top tier animations. Give him at least better animations, but they really didn't. And that's obviously something that I think is just a real shame when it comes to these a lot of these higher tier cards of these short PGs, is they just become completely obsolete because of some of their animations and stuff. And at least that is not the case with this card. It does seem like they did a much better job this time, but can I get a dunk there? No, I cannot. I thought I could get an angle, potentially tried to stick dunk. They did not give me a dunk animation. He's just not gonna feel faster than Shea, even though, I mean, they have basically the same speed, right? He's not gonna feel faster though. Shea's gonna feel faster because Shea's the defender and Shea's bigger, so he's gonna get these player build animation advantages and things like that that also do matter. So we'll back it up here. He's gonna reach. He's trying to play the escape or the size up, and I get it, but I don't want you to play it. So we're gonna do our best to prevent that. That's a good move and actually a pretty good shot. Got a pretty decent look there, even though we're unable to hit. I'm gonna go pick and roll this time, and then I'm stopping and popping again. That's a little, again, it's a little contested, but not like super contested. That feels like a absolutely makeable shot, if nothing else. Crabbed him. Oh, I had him, and I didn't realize how much time was left. Gosh, dang it. Okay. It's all right. Not a huge deal. We still have ourselves up a 1-point lead at the end of the first, and I do think Russ is playing pretty good, but that was our wide open 3 to end the first quarter, and I didn't realize how much time was left. So that is on me. But it is what it is. With that being said, we have ourselves a 1-point lead at the end of the first, and Russ is playing pretty darn good so far. He's got what? How many points do you have? 7, 9, something like that. Not bad. Looking solid so far, and I'd like to get 1 or 2 more dunks, maybe a 3 or something with him as well. Oh, we got Steve Nash subbed in too. Perfect. This dude I'm playing against seems like a pretty decent player, but I mean, that's a small PG as well. That's what I want to see. And now we have an angle. There we go. Down to the rim. Yup, give me that. Nice little dunk. 11 points, 1 assist. Russ playing really, really good. 5 of 9 from the field as well. It's what you love to see. A very solid, efficient performance from Russell Westbrook. And I personally have always had a soft spot for Russ. I'm just a big Russ guy. I always have been. He's a dog, man. He's a really good, he obviously is one of the best players in the league at a time, but I love the energy and effort and passion that he still plays basketball with, even though he's not as efficient or effective of a player at this point in his career. So I always like it when Russ gets cards. I want his cards to be good. I would be completely happy if Russ was the best point guard in the game again to start next year's my team. So I'm happy this card is finally good. It's the first time Russ had a card that's like solidly usable for a while. And I mean, hey, he's an incredible slasher like always. He's got the shot making ability. He's got, I mean, good perimeter defense. He's just too small. At the end of the day, you know what you're getting from the card, but at least he's got the really good SIGs and the great jump shot and just like some of the upgrades that he definitely needed to at least make him usable enough, you know what I mean, for a Russ fan. So with that being said, that is probably going to do it for today's video. I'm trying to get aggressive here and force like a turnover or something if I can. That's it. That's it. There you go. Got it. Beautiful stuff. Go in transition. 1 more bucket here, Russ. Drag it back. Go middle. Burst. Stop. Pop. Green it, please. Come on, Russ. Let's go, Russ. Way to end off the gameplay. 16 points, 1 assist, 1 steal, 7 of 11, 2 of 5 from 3. An efficient, solid performance. He's a solid card, man. Fun to use. I hope y'all did enjoy the gameplay. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.